Welcome to Brett Davis Unleashed, coming to you from beautiful IQ Podcast in Coronado, California, at Attorney King Studios. My guest today is the one, the only, the legend, the Black Prince, Robbie Robinson.
How you guys? Great,
How,
glad to be a
how
part
are
of the
you?
show.
How are you doing?
Oh, great, awesome, always
I'll say it like this: how you doing?
awesome. I can't. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I feel extremely um, blessed. It's very important that I always wanted to come out of bodybuilding healthy. I didn't want to come out with no kind of health issues or situations that I couldn't really would have to fight for my life or be sick or something. And yeah, I've had some controversial problems with the sickle cell, but that's just normal. I was overworked, and
Sure.
it's taken me a while to get myself back together. I've been using the product Sickle Life, which has really doubled up on my oxygen level because that was my main problem. And I was going down to Latin America and flying back to Europe, and I think I got a little bit careless there, thinking I could keep doing all of this, but I love doing it, Brad. I mean, I love bodybuilding, I love training, and I have this aptitude. I love being healthy.
Well,
So,
I have to say, you're not only one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, in my opinion.
mhm,
You're one of the greats.
mhm,
You're also one of the greatest people that I know.
mhm. I appreciate that, Brad, because that's what I try to do. I try to be a good person and talk about things and tell it the way it is.
Sure.
And it seems like there's a day that's a controversy. You have to kind of fib a little bit, turn things around a little bit, and I have to be honest with you, that just doesn't work with me. I don't like that feeling. I like to feel, you know, confident about what I'm doing in a good place with people. I love to work with people. I love to have, people recover and get better with their own self-value, self-worth. And, you know, like that's why I work with you. That's why I've always enjoyed working with you and Sarah because it was always, you guys were always accurate. And I can
Well,
handle accuracy.
we're straight shooters. We don't
Yeah. Yeah,
want
I can
anybody having to
appreciate that.
wonder what's going on.
Exactly.
It makes life easier when you follow through on what you promise people.
Exactly. If you can't do it, don't mention it. Don't talk about it.
Right. I mean, things do happen sometimes where we're not perfect. I'm not going to say we are, but we do our best, just like you do. I think that's why our relationship's so strong
Yeah.
because we work very well together, and I think it's
hmm
because we've always everything you've promised me, you followed through on, and
hmm
everything we've promised you the same thing, and then we trust you, and we
hmm
don't trust a lot of people.
I know it's
We're very
me.
we're very careful, and so let me ask you this. What's the best way to strengthen your immune system right now with COVID? What would you suggest to people out there?
But I've always been into herbs. I think that is one of the main things that has kind of really kept my body healthy. And I totally believe in it because I started it with it through my mom and my grandparents. So I kind of follow a trail of just taking care of your body through herbs. I've something for the heart. There's something for the kidneys and the liver. There's something for your body's natural testosterone being increased. There's something for the keep your body and your skin maintain a certain elasticity. But I've been doing this, Brett. People think it's just all of a sudden I started doing, but I started doing this when I was a kid.
Right.
My mom indoctrinated all this stuff into me at that point. So I was one of these kids that wanted to know everything. So I talked to my mom a lot, and she just kind of like educated me about all these things. You can use this for that. And in my culture back in the swamps, you didn't trust going to, I hate to say this, white doctors. We always went to the root doctor, and that lady would give you what you needed to maintain a certain level of health. And I
Sure.
still follow that day, Brett, to this day.
Did you know? Did I ever tell you my grandfather was from Jalisco, Mexico,
Exactly. I remember you saying that to me
and
several times.
he was an herbologist. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if I ever told you that.
Mm-hmm.
And everything we did when anything anybody got sick, my grandfather would go in the backyard. He had a garden back there.
Brett, that's how I grew up. Exactly. See, so to get back to taking medicine, I have had a lot of difficulties at the VA because they always want to give you these shots for this, shots for that, and
Sure.
I rebel. And then when you're doing this, they want to kind of dock your points or something like that, or won't do the things that you really need to get done. So I haven't gone there in like almost 2, 3 years, and I finally went there and started to get a physical like the other time, and they still want you to do that, but I just totally resisted it. I believe in my herbs. I believe in good food. I believe in making sure I keep myself hydrated, drinking enough water, and I love to train. I think that's one of my. I'm still like a little kid. I love to go in that gym and sweat. And combine.
Has the gym opened up in Gold's Gym in LA yet?
That's still. I think that's a bad move. I think with the gym closed, it just kind of weakens the person's whole mindset.
Right.
So I went out and bought the big, thick rubber bands, and I created my own training style through using the rubber band. Two broom handles, 2 rubber bands. I got the smaller rubber bands and the lighter rubber bands, and I have my own 95 pounds of weights, which I use to keep myself in shape. I'm ready for contest right now.
You're always ready for a contest.
Say again? Oh yeah, I love it.
You're always ready for a contest.
Yeah, I love it, Brett, because that's what bodybuilding and weight training and being physically fit is all about. I mean, maintain a certain semblance of condition. And I think if you're healthy and then you're physically conditioned healthy, then I think the body you can live as long as you like to live. I don't think people should just live and die. I think you should try to live as long as you possibly can healthy. That's what I'm trying to do.
There was a study done a while back by UCSD on the anti-aging clinic they have, and they were saying that if a person takes care of their body, there's no reason why we shouldn't live to be 150 years old.
I'm headed toward that number.
But I mean, that means, and we should be able to die in our sleep healthy, not just because we wear ourselves down after a period of time.
Brett, that's exactly where my mindset is. It's set in that groove, and I'm practicing it. I'm pushing it. I think health is like a self-respect. I think it means a lot to the body. The body appreciates it. So I think it can help itself live longer just by you treat it with respect. And I've always been doing this, Brett. I tell you honestly, since I was a kid. A lot of people think I just started doing it. No, I started doing this when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old with my mom. I followed her to the gardens. I knew what you need to get for whatever problem that you might have, colds, the flu, something with your lungs, something with your skin, hair. I knew the whole 9 yards.
So how old are you now?
74.
Yeah, you look way, I would say you look like you're in your 40s.
I kind of think like that too, in them young 40s.
All right.
But Brett, I feel so young.
Well, you act young, you move young, you have a great sense of humor, you have a great mindset. I mean, you've overcome many obstacles. You don't dwell on things.
That's the whole thing. I think when something happened to me, I've always been the kind of person, I know there's going to be a better day. This is not going to stay like this forever. So I deal with it and go through it. And I think it strengthens you as a person, strengthen me. So when something comes my way that is not so perfect or not so good, I always integrate it. Well, tomorrow will be a better day. I always say this, and it's always turned out like that. I love life. I feel stronger now than I did when I was younger.
Sure.
I even I'm more confident in myself. I believe in what I'm doing. I want good people around me, and I think that's one of the things. You and Sarah, I really kind of stuck to you like I was like on a little amoeba. Where you guys going? What's going on?
Well, you're to us, your family.
Excuse me?
Your family.
Yeah, we're family, and that's how I always felt. I remember the first time we talked, and I always said to you, I said, Brad, I got your back. Whatever you want to do, if I can be a part of it, I want to be a part of it. Because
we appreciate that.
Yeah, I just felt that there was a positive energy. I enjoyed being in you guys' field of energy, and I thought like, when you started talking about the protein product, your protein, I was thinking like, wow, man, I would love to be a part of that because I know it's going to be something awesome. And I still feel like that. It's just like the guy Emmerich sent me this product called Sickle Life.
Right.
People were laughing at me about it at first and not saying, oh, yeah, that's another thing. Well, I'm trying to make money. The honest part of it is such an incredible product, but it's like your protein. I got 2 great things, your protein powder and Sickle Life. And I tell you, it's made a huge difference. I think I got another 2 shakes of the chocolate in my refrigerator. So your protein and those 2 things and my healthy eating and being able to work out like a young man, I'm telling you, it's extended my life. I feel young, full of life.
Well, you look great. So what do you think is a good antidote to strengthen the immune system? What supplements would you take during this time?
One of the things I've used for a long time is what is it? The herb milk thistle. Milk thistle is one of the best herbs that you could use. Astragalus is another one. But I take all these herbs and mix them together, and I take the little scooper out of the protein powder, which is 5 grams, and I use 5 grams in a cup of hot water. First thing in the morning, that's be the first thing go in my body in the morning. I do the same thing in the evening, the same 5 grams or 10 grams, and I try to change it throughout the day or throughout how I feel. But my skin hasn't sagged, my hair is starting to go back black, okay? It's still a little gray there, but I love that little gray. It makes you look, a little bit older. I can appreciate that. But at the same time, I feel young, my skin is toned and tight, I feel energetic, full of life. I mean, I'm excited about each waking day. I don't have any kind of negativity going through my mind or my body. I'm living life.
Well, I appreciate your thoughts on that. So mindset is very important too. How you feel mentally.
Yeah.
Who you surround yourself with. That affects health too, right?
Yeah, Brett. I've used the herb. What is it? Juvena berry. I used the herb hawthorn berry. I used ginkgo biloba. I use all these herbs to help supply the body with oxygen. As you get older, that oxygen level starts to depreciate. And I went to the VA for my last physical. Mine was like a little bit over 100. That's unusual. The last time I went there, probably 2 years ago, I was like down to like 95, 94. So I think, what I'm doing over these 70 some odd years, that is kind of like seal myself in this ability to just retain youthfulness, longevity. And I really, Brad, if I could keep saying this to you, I feel so young.
You look great, and
I feel alive.
Well, you inspire so many. You inspire me also. And so, what's a good website people can go to if they want to look at some of the things that you have for sale, some of your products, some of your information?
I tell everybody to go to www.robbierobinson.net.
Okay.
If you want to look at the products, look at the different things that I have there for sale, please feel free to do so. I would deeply appreciate it. I mean, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
I just feel, empowered because I so much have all this knowledge that I want to share with people. And I think through you, I'll be able to do a lot of the things that I have not been able to do on my own. I mean, you and Sarah are basically the people that I'm looking up to, that I can get out there and explore and give all my knowledge and leave all that knowledge out there for the younger people, or the people that are coming through the ranks now. Sure. Not just bodybuilders, athletes, older people. I'm just excited about life. That's what I can say to you.
Well, you're the continuation of Jack LaLanne. I mean, we both knew Jack.
Yep, Jack LaLanne is one of the people that motivated me back when I was a kid. I remember, again, suffering from that sickle cell, nobody knowing what it is. And I'm going to Miss May, who's a root lady that put all the herbs together. And I'm using all her teas and stuff. And I remember sitting there one day, not feeling very well, and I'm seeing Jack LaLanne jumping up and down, and I'm saying, what is this guy doing? And then I realized that he was talking about being healthy. At this point, he was still splashing his own protein and things like that. And I appreciate, how he was trying to stimulate and motivate people. And I think I'm going to be the next person to be able to do that. Through you, through Sarah, through the interviews and things like that, I'll be able to get people up and get them moving, especially the older people. I don't think you're supposed to just get old, retire, work your whole life and die. I think there's still some life some things that you can do to get out there and keep that life going just by getting up and moving. I think that's one of my biggest things. I just keep moving. I don't sit there and worry about this or that. It's just, it's too much for the mind to formulate. I want to live. I enjoy life,
I do too, and I get what you're saying. So
you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, I feel the same way. I get up every day, I jump out of bed, I'm ready to get going. I don't just lay there.
That's exactly how I feel.
Passion.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of it. A lot of people say, Robbie, you're just doing this. I said, no, I'm doing this out of passion. I love what I'm doing. I enjoy it. It's a huge part of my makeup. I will always be like this. When I'm on my last breath, which is going to be a long, long time, because I say I'm going 150. I'm trying.
Well, I plan on being there for your birthday. So
yeah, I heard that. Brett, when I came out of bodybuilding, I was, got into bodybuilding. I was very concerned because I didn't know that you had to do all these things to keep your body looking the way it's looking. And I thought, wow, when I come out of this, man, I want to be healthy. I want to look young. I want to feel vibrant and full of life. I want to still be able to work and say, muscles do not turn to fat. Okay? You can live as long as you like if you put in the work. So I think I'm still putting in the work. I'm going to continue putting on the work. But the most important thing, I'm excited about working with you and Sarah. Seriously.
We're looking forward to it too. So we're looking forward to talking about some new workout strategies and also combining the supplements. That'll be coming out probably before, I would hopefully think, in the next 4 to 6 weeks or less. We got to talk about one thing that people need to understand is, and we won't get into that today, but one thing I think we should look into is how important nutrition is. And then the other thing is how important the workouts are. I mean, because there's this misconception. A lot of people think that they have to do hours and hours of working out. Is that true?
Right. That's not so. I'm older, and I'll tell you, intensity is what builds muscle. You can't just go in the gym and sit around and flash your selfies and sip your protein drink and talk about what happened yesterday. I'm preaching the same thing back in the old days. You got to get in there and do the work. It's action. Action speaks louder than words. So was Menzer somewhat right when he believed in the intensity of the workout? Maybe not 100%, but is there a way to take the 20 set ratio per body part and maybe find a happy medium in between to still get good results? What I've done is I'm a clock watcher. When I go in the gym, when I walk through the doors, my mind is set. I'm going to go in there and train chest or back. I'm going to say chest. It's 45, 50 minutes. That's it. I'm in there moving. It's not talking. I'm not fluffing. I'm not doing anything. I'm focusing on what I'm trying to get to concentrate on it, making sure I don't rest too long between the sets and apply the pressure to my body so that my body can regenerate and build more muscle. And really at 74, I didn't think I was looking like I'm looking at this point because I thought, well, you're older. This is going to happen. You start talking yourself into not being as good as you would like to be. So what I did, I just stopped thinking about it. 45 minutes, 50 minutes the most on a small muscle group. 55, 59, maybe an hour on the large chest and back, legs and back muscle group.
So I think go ahead.
The intensity has been my main thing. That's why I'm looking as intensity and hard work, heavy weight.
So how many sets for the small body parts and how many for the big body parts?
For the big body parts, I'm probably doing about the large body parts. I'm probably doing about 18, 17, 18 in that area. Sometimes 20 if I feel, I want to take it to that level. But I try to stay on that time clock, 45, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, 60 minutes, an hour for the larger muscle group. But I try to always end it probably before an hour. And it's all in intensity.
Are you doing supersets at all during that time?
A lot of times, what I try to do is switch between a heavy day and a light day, or a heavy week and a light week.
Okay. More
reps on the light week, and heavier weight, and less reps on the heavy week.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. What I'm finding out that I'm getting stronger on that rep where it's just one rep. I'm becoming more involved in pushing myself. So I'm getting stronger and stronger in that last rep, handling more and more weight correctly. Not just pump, what I see the guys doing today. That don't build no muscle. I mean, you would have to be on a lot of, baking powder or something like that to keep doing that. Not disrespect to those guys, but that's, to me, it's not bodybuilding. You got to push that iron. That iron has to be done correctly.
Well, I've worked out with you before, and you almost made me cry.
Yeah. We're not trying to be, but I just.
No, it was a great workout. I loved it. Yeah, it was a great. I love working.
I wanted you to feel that what a lot of people are not feeling, And, I really appreciate you coming to me because, I was honored by that fact because there's somebody that's coming to me. They're not used to doing all this, but they're going to put themselves at my mercy. So I wanted you to feel exactly what should be taking place when you're in there working and trying to build that body. It's very important.
Oh, it is. And I look forward to working with you between
bro.
I think we're going to do some great stuff, and it's an honor to work with you. And I know we're going to help a lot of people. We're going to help a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. That's Brett. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I wanted to be a part of.
I look forward to it. Anything else you want to say before we go?
No, I definitely appreciate you and Sarah for having me on the show, and I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm looking forward to Brett Naturals going live.
And you're using Brett's Naturals too, right? That's why you're looking so good also.
I think so too.
Okay, I better. Next time you see me, I'm going to be in my best shape, so I'm going to have to look.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, definitely. I'm going to have to get myself more.
Have a great day. Thanks, okay. Have a great day.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye. I'd like to thank my sponsors, of course, because we wouldn't have our show. Attorney King, thank you so much for sponsoring our show. The gym in San Diego. When Robbie Robinson comes to San Diego, we're going to train at the gym. He's going to love it.
I'm all excited about it. Looking forward to it, guys. Thank you.
And then also my last and not least, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego. Robbie, you ever had a motorcycle?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Okay, so Indian Motorcycle is one of the best motorcycles, and they're one of our sponsors. I want to thank them. And Robbie, you take care of yourself.
Thank you too, Brett.
Okay,
you
God
guys
bless.
have a great day.
You too, Robbie.
Bye.
Bye.